Hey everyone, it's Tracy Martirana here from Holistic Wellness with Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. In a previous video, I mentioned that one of my reading goals for 2025 is to read some sort of self-development or self-growth type of book every month. Last month, I read Body Thrive, or I should say I reread Body Thrive, which is a book all about Ayurvedic habits. For my second book, I'm jumping to a different topic that seems like time management, but it's not quite. It's about a little bit more than that. And that is called 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkman. I would definitely say that this is not your average time management book. There's no special planner to use. There's no trick like setting a timer. There's no information about how to schedule the perfect morning routine or how to arrange your calendar to make sure you're getting everything done. It is much more of a holistic look at how we think about time and some of the issues and pitfalls that we run into. Let me start by saying I did really enjoy this book, but I feel like just the very first introduction where you really grasp what the title of this book means was really like eye-opening, and I feel like just that was a lot to get. I've clearly never done the math before. 4,000 weeks is the average human lifespan. What? Now I know. I take a moment to quickly calculate in my head. I'm like, well, yeah, duh. If there's 52 weeks a year, yeah, that does kind of come out to be around 4,000 plus or minus, depending. But I've never done that math before. I really haven't. So when you think 4,000 weeks, to me, that does not seem like a lot. And then when you start to think of where am I already? How many weeks have I already used up? Oh my God. Panic City. I would say probably the first third of this book sort of left me in a state of anxiety. And I don't think that was, I know it's not the intention, because as I kept reading, more and more things came up that I was like, okay, yes, this is helping. This is helping. This is good. But there was a lot of stress in the beginning. He does spend some time talking about his history as what he termed a productivity geek. He liked to read productivity books and try new systems on, like getting through all of your email or how to schedule using your priorities or, all of the scheduling hacks. What is it? The Pomodoro method, where you set a timer and you work on something wholeheartedly for 20 or 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break before you come back and set your timer and work wholeheartedly. Things like that do work in certain situations. I'm not ixnaying the whole productivity idea, concept, if you will. But Burkman does talk a little bit about how becoming more productive is sometimes counterproductive, because the better you get at getting things done, the more things there are for you to do. He talks a lot about just simply coming to terms with the fact that if you made a list of all the things that you would really love to do, you're only going to be able to do a really small handful of those things. And at first, that was very stressful to me. And then eventually, he kind of comes around and brings this point up that yes, you can't do everything that you want to do in this life, right? And yes, sometimes getting laser focused on your priorities will help you pick and choose some things of like what is the highest priority for you. and also for you in whatever stage of life you're in. But that also there is some relief and freedom in understanding that you're not going to do everything that you might find interesting, everything that you might enjoy, and that really some of the key important things about life is just being really grateful that you have the 4,000 weeks. Of, if you think about like all the things that had to line up through history for you to even exist, be thankful, have some gratitude. Have gratitude for just the pleasures that you have in your life. You have a job or family or friends or a home. Maybe you have a car you love or a hobby you love or an animal. We all have like things in our lives that are important. That even though, yes, maybe we want to travel the world or we want to learn a second language or whatever might be on your list of things that you really wish you had time to accomplish, not doing it all is fine and it's expected and it's not like the end of the world. It's really okay. I am clearly just giving you very, very like cursory ideas of what is shared in this book. I mean, there's, I think, 262 pages of content and then a whole lot of notes, like footnotes, referenced at the end if you want to do further reading on any of the like the research or the things that he talks about. And he even does include an appendix that is 10 tools for embracing your finitude. Finitude, is that how you say that? And they're all right. They're not like to-do lists or productivity things. They're sort of just things to think about, to sort of change your mindset about time. And I like that. Overall, this is definitely a book worth reading, but be prepared for the anxiety-inducing beginning. So while I was reading this book, I underlined a ton. I made a ton of notes. There were definitely lots of sort of thought-inspiring concepts and discussion in the book, and I really enjoyed it all. But there was one quote I'm going to share with you that just helped me sort of come to grips with the fact that I can't do it all, and I don't want to do it all. I want to slow down and enjoy my choices, and I will read it to you now. The topic or the section of the book was called The Inevitability of Settling, because obviously if you can't do everything, you sort of have to settle. You can't become an ultra successful lawyer or artist or politician without first settling on law or art or politics, and therefore deciding to forego the potential rewards of other careers. If you flit between them all, you'll succeed in none of them. That you have to sort of decide and then just be okay with it. Knowing that there's no perfect choices is kind of, I don't know, freeing. The bottom line then is, if this sounds good to you, read it. If it doesn't, don't. It's a good book, very thought-provoking, but not, I wouldn't say like there's no tools, that it's not a new process. It's nothing that is going to change your life specifically, but it will open your mind to how you think about things. Do you want that? Up to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate that you show up here to my channel. Please make sure that you are subscribed and like this video to help YouTube know that people are interested in content like mine. Have a great day.